Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Almighty Allah, the entirely merciful and the specially merciful. Dear viewers across the globe, I greet you with the greeting of peace, with the greeting of Islam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May peace be unto you. Dear viewers, I'm quite sure that you love to hear this greeting because it reminds you of the peaceful environment around you when you hear this greeting, and your expectation of peace increases more and more. This is what we are supposed to do. We are supposed to use this greeting, but not just to stop there. We have to continue our action. You have to continue our deeds and our work and our tasks so that one day we will have peace implemented in every aspect, in every corner of this world. And we do seek the support of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us help and the ability to do that, because it's a great mission. That's why we always begin and start our episodes by talking about peace and ending it by talking about the same thing, peace, because we really hope that everybody in this world who has the right, because all of us have the right to enjoy peace on this planet. Therefore, we selected this beautiful meaning for this episode, treasures from the Holy Quran. And one of the treasures of the Holy Quran is the peace and the comfort that adds to our hearts in this world, because it's something very essential and needed by everybody. Now, hopefully, we will enjoy it, inshallah, together. Ameen, ameen. As you know that every time we begin with one of the ayat, one of the statements in the Holy Quran, the only book, I'm quite sure that everybody highlights the word, the only book in this world, in this universe, that carries the exact words of Almighty Allah. So there is no other book in this world. So I think there is a big loss for many people who miss reading it and who miss contemplating about it, because it's the only book. It's not 2, it's not 3, it's not 4, and as you see that the size of the book is about 600 pages, so which tells us it's readable. It's something that you can read, you can understand. Even if you spend a whole month out of your whole life is nothing in return for the treasures and the benefits and the tips that you are going to learn. So I advise myself and I advise everybody from time to time, even if you have read it before, from time to time you have to go back and check it and review what you have learned before, because humans, people who are we forget, you forget, I forget, he forgets, so we need a reminder. That's why one of the names of the Quran, one of the acts of the Quran that it does to us, it is a reminder. كَلَّا إِنَّهَا تَذْكِرَةٌ. Indeed, this is a reminder for you. We need to remember. And we are here in this world. We remind each other. This is one of our tasks as believers, as Muslims. We remind each other, because without this reminder, the loss will be great. All of us today, we are supposed to read. This ayah is in ayah number 94 in Surah Al-Baqarah. Surah Al-Baqarah. People in their discussions, in their contemplation, when they think by themselves, when they sit by themselves, sometimes we have some whispers in our ears. One of the whispers that came to the people who lived before us, it is about paradise, later life. Some people claim that it's only for them. In other words, it's not for others. There's no room for others. The Muslims' belief about this issue is that in every generation, in every nation, the people who believed in the message that had been brought to them by their messenger, they believed in him and they followed him, definitely they are considered people of paradise. So the believers at all times, they are the dwellers of paradise. And the disbelievers at all time, the same thing applies to them, that they are the dwellers of hellfire. So this is a rule according to Islamic teachings. So we believe in that. Let's see that what other nations believed. And this is ayah number 94. And therefore, as you remember, that the people who claim that this book is only for Muslims, which is a fabrication, this is not a right statement. The right statement is that this Quran is for all people, for all the dwellers on this planet nowadays. And this book is for them, is addressing them. It has some ayat, some sections of it addresses the believers, some sections addresses the non-believers, some sections addresses all mankind, and you find the word annas, people, is very frequent in this book, which tells us a direct message that nobody can contradict it, because it talks about people, all mankind. So here, this ayah addresses the people who lived before the followers of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because they had many claims, and here is one of their claims. This is ayah number 94 in chapter number 2, Surah Al-Baqarah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. قل إن كانت لكم الدار الآخرة عند الله خالصة من دون الناس فتمنوا الموت إن كنتم صادقين. The following ayah number 95. ولن يتمنوه أبدا بما قدمت أيديهم والله عليم بالظالمين. Say to them, this can roughly be translated that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, say to them. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was in argue with those people, and Allah is telling him. That means that, which is a hidden message here, that everything that Muhammad says is not out of his own. It's something that taught to him by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah commands Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam to say this. Say to them, if the home of the hereafter with Almighty Allah is indeed for you specially and not for others of mankind, then long for death if you are truthful. It's beautiful here, because everybody can say something. Unless you have a solid proof, what you're saying that is nothing about the truth. Is falsehood, is claims. So here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala teaches Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam to tell those people who had disbelieved. It's about the Jews who thought that paradise is only for them. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling Muhammad, is teaching Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam how to verify this, and he told them that, yes, if you really think that, give us a proof. And the proof is here, is long for death. If paradise is waiting for you, so every one of us who claims this would be very eager to go to paradise. Very simple, very logical. If it is for you, what are you waiting for? Long for it. Wish for death. You want to die as soon as possible, to quit this world in order to go to paradise, because it's much far better than this world that we are living in. Just wish for it. Just wishing. And if this is the case with the Jews, here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells them, but they will never long for it. They claim that paradise is for them and not for anybody else. It's specially for us. That's what they say. So long for it. What are you waiting for? And here the ayah says that they will never long for it. But they will never long for it because, why? Because of what their hands have done before. And Allah is all-knower of the polytheists and the wrongdoers. Now, this is a very strong argument, very solid argument here, and very simple logic. If you are 100% sure that you are going to go to paradise because it has been only made for you and not for anyone else, so simply I would say, long for it. This is your opportunity. Don't waste your time. What are you waiting for? There is nothing in this world that you love more than paradise. The comfort and the luxury and everything that you can imagine is there waiting for you. Yet, when you ask them to do that, they are very reluctant. Not only reluctant, but also they hesitate and they say they never long for it. Why is that? Because of what they have done before. Because of what their hands have gained in living in this world. They have done a lot of bad things, bad deeds. They have done a lot of dhulm, wrongdoings. They know that, and they are certain, and they are quite sure of what they have done. Therefore, they never long for it. See the simple logic here. Now, we understand these things because of the Quran. Without the Quran, nobody would have known this. Nobody would have known that the Jews, they say that this paradise is only for us and nobody else. As I said, that you can claim as many things as you can, but you are not certain of it. You're not sure of that. And the test is what Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam asked them to do when Allah commanded him, long for it. If paradise is waiting for me, why shouldn't I long for it? Why shouldn't I call for it? Why shouldn't I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, oh Allah, make it my day today because I want to go to paradise. What am I waiting for? Everything in paradise is much, 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 much better than what we have in this world. And everybody wants to go there. What are you waiting for? Long for it. This is the test for them. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, on their behalf, He answered, why? Why? Because He knows everything. He knows what goes on their minds and their hearts and what they are thinking of. Therefore, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, on their behalf, He said that they will never long for it. They will never say that, okay, I want to go to paradise. I want to die and go to paradise now. They will not say that. Why? Because of their actions, because of the deeds they have done. They have done all these troubles and problems and plots and plans against others, against humans. In other words, they have very bad records. They know that they have done very bad, yet they think that they will go to paradise. Not only that, they think they are the only ones who are going to go to paradise. You can see this kind of contradiction, not only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, at least contradictions in their minds. If you are sure of what you have done, that you have done good deeds, long for staying in paradise, going to paradise, and long for it as soon as possible. Don't waste the moment. But this is not the reality. This is not the truth. This is not the case. Therefore, they are very hesitant and reluctant to even long for going to paradise. Why? Because they know what they have acted, what they have done, and all the deeds they have done. They have done accumulations and piles of bad deeds. So how come? How dare they to wish for paradise? They know that they are not qualified. Their records tell us that and tell them that. So that's why they are wishful thinking. They have this as wishes. They cannot say it as truth because they know themselves, they know as human beings that they have done a lot of series of crimes and they did very bad things. Therefore, they want to be away. They are not sure that they are going to be in paradise. And remember that Allah has always been aware of the zalimeen. Allahu alimun bil zalimeen, meaning that they have done a lot of bad things and a lot of bad deeds, and its accumulations above each other. Therefore, they don't even wish to be there. They are reluctant. This is what the Quran tells us. It tells us about things that we were not there. We were not living when these stories and when these statements were said. We read them about the history of the other nations, and Allah, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the lesson that we should learn, don't be like those. If you wish for paradise and nobody is certain that he or she will be there, therefore, don't be sure of that. And always ask Allah to forgive you. And Allah loves to hear from us. Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. I seek the forgiveness of Allah. I seek the forgiveness of Allah because we err day and night. Therefore, we seek Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgiveness for all of us. We do thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for showing us the history of other nations and for teaching us the wisdom to be away from that path, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not love the Muslims, the followers of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to say something and to do something else. Therefore, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us an honest tongue, a tongue that always sincerely seek the help and the forgiveness of their Lord. Ameen, ameen. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين وصل اللهم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. ممدوح نور الدين محمد.